Okay, this is gonna be a wild ride. I'm not prepared at all, but I want to see if I can get working the relayer from scratch and see if I can sort of document it at the same time. So if this is 5 hours and I'm fumbling for 4, then it is what it is. I mean, for one, let's go ahead and try PurrLay locally, because you can run it locally. So let me just open it. Right, so I opened the project that you can find here. So it has this PurrLay as a solution, and there's the balancer and the actual relay. So the balancer is like sort of what holds all the information about all the relays, and the relay, the PurrLay, is actually the relay itself. So we can go ahead and start the balancer in here. Boom. I also notice here on the PurrLay, I have a env file. I don't know if it's pushed to Git. There's a chance that it's not for security reasons, but I'm pretty sure it's just a testing file. So there's different environment variables that you need to set up. So for example, don't use SSL for local testing. This is the region it's going to be called. So my relay brings all the boys to the yard. And then the host endpoint is going to be essentially this, such that the relay will communicate with the balancer through this endpoint. No, this is the endpoint for the host, and this is for myself, yeah, because the relayer will start on this. So let's just type relayer and let me stop saying bullshit. There you go, and you can see it got registered. So now if we open this, we should be able to see this, and there's a endpoint / servers where we can see bring on my boys there, and all the other information. So now we should actually just be able to go to the main URL here, copy this, go into Unity. I suggest you be in the latest dev version for this, because it has some improvements for the Purr transport, where you can just paste it, wait a little bit, and boom, you can see it found our region. And now if I press play, you can see I'm connected for UDP. So let's go ahead and not be connected for UDP. And now if I play, boom, listening, and if we go to the console here, you can see we have allocated. Well, this is WS, was meant to be WebSockets, but it's no longer WebSockets. It works for UDP as well. And then registered room, client connected to UDP. Since I'm a host, we have a request from the server, then we have a request from the client connected to the server, so it got 2 connections, and it seems to be working. Cool. So now let's try and do the same thing, but remotely, which is the entire challenge of this. So okay, I'm gonna be trying using Fly.io for this. So because it already has some tumble files that are meant to be as configurations for something like Fly.io, so let's use those to our advantage. You might need to install Docker, because it will try and build a Docker file. Nothing fancy in a Docker file, but you do need Docker, and I think you actually need it open. I guess I don't have it open, so we'll find out if I need it open or not. So I don't really remember how to use Fly.io, so what I'm going to do is I have these workflows in the repo, and they sort of go over the whole process that I went in here. It does a lot of things that you won't have to do, like setting up some Cloudflare DNS because I use a custom domain, and I need to create the different endpoints and like namespace, or like we don't really need to worry about this. So mostly here, let's go from top to bottom. So it ensures the app exists. So it does. So it lists and finds, see if the app is there, or if we need to create one. Because if we go here, so I guess let's start first with the balancer. I'm gonna open here a terminal in the balancer folder. Let's see. FlyCTL. So this is something you'll need to install. FlyCTL. Just go Fly.io, follow the instructions, log in, and you should have access to this. And then if I list all my apps, you can see all the different apps, the regions that I use for the Purr transport already. So let's create a new one. So for example, here it does app create and then the name of the app. So we're gonna do boom, create, and then let's do test balancer. Okay, test balancer, cool. And then it deploys it with a bunch of environments, but these, I wonder if these are taken from the env file or if I need to set them up myself. I think we can set it up in the dashboard on Fly.io, so maybe we'll do that. Actually, if we go in here and we refresh, that speaks words. Test balancer. It doesn't have a configure. Secrets maybe? No secrets, registry. I mean, we can just try and deploy and see what happens. If I just go deploy, boom. Okay, so failed to run query. I was trying to do it for the PurrBalancer, so I guess I need to specify because I have all of these apps that are running from the same TOML file. Should I assume that's what it is? Yeah, so let's do test balancer here. There it is. I'm skipping over a bit these different environments, and I guess the region will just be the default that it picks. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna try and see how simple I can do it, and if we can just tweak it through for the website, then why not? It's probably taking a bit of time. So this is the Docker file being built, if I'm not wrong. So I guess you don't need it open. Maybe I already have it in the background somewhere as a service. Whatever. Just make sure you have Docker. Okay, so there it is. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, it creates 2 machines every single time. If we go here, configurations. It's stuck in a perpetual loop here. Oh, there it is. It's running on a single machine. Okay, yeah, fine. That's cool. That's cool. I don't want it a multiple. So this is an issue here. See how I am on a shared IPv4? I think I need, I guess we'll see down here, but I'm pretty sure you need like a dedicated IPv4 that is only for you. If you want to use UDP for WebSockets, it doesn't matter. For UDP, it does. And if I open here, you can see the domain is live. Okay, a diaper and something later. Where were we? This works, and then /servers. There's nothing because we haven't done anything. Whew. Okay, let's go ahead and register the other one. So let's go back to PurrLay, and then let's do something similar where we create an app. So test relay. I guess we can look into, so this is for the balancer, just making sure that the workflow is the same. And then this is for the relay. So similarly creating the app, and then we deploy it, and then it creates some certificates. I think this is for the domain, so we don't really need about that. We do need to allocate IPv4 addresses. I don't think I do this here. Cloudflare doesn't matter, certificate doesn't matter, scale, I already scaled to 1. Yes, for this one, I think it's fine. I already did what we had to do. Of course, we haven't set the environment variables, but we'll figure that out in a second. So let's go ahead and create app for this. So test relay, and then we're just gonna go ahead and deploy it. I think it's the exact same thing as the other one. Remote, immediate. So what this does, it doesn't wait for there to be 0 connections or whatever. It just does it immediately. test relay, and all the different things, but let's not worry about all the different environment variables for now. Let's wait again. Okay, so boom, it created, and actually it's asking me, would you like to allocate a dedicated IPv4 address now? I wonder if this is because of the toml file that it noticed that I'm using UDP. So yeah, I do. Cool. So I guess we can, it's already up. That's pretty quick. If we refresh, yeah, there's nothing here. It didn't get registered. And likely if we go to the logs, we will notice some issues. So if we go to the relay, I assume it's trying to... Oh, there's 2 machines that it created, looks like. I don't know if this is all instances. Yeah, you can see register relay to thing is giving a bunch of errors. So let's go ahead and try and see if we can add those environment variables. Also, not only that, it does look like it spun up 2 machines. So let's go ahead and limit it to 1. I'm pretty sure I had a command in here that sets the count to 1, didn't I? Set, or like count. Oh, there you go, scale. Let's copy this. Let's do this for the test relay. And then I have said, yeah, I think this is try automatically, just accept that I do want to do that. Boom. So now if we go back and we refresh, we should only have 1. There you go. Yeah, only one machine. I mean, I guess you can have multiple. I don't see why not, but yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, it created the IPv4 address. That's perfect. And now let's see if we can configure the environment variables here. Is it on a per machine level? Metadata environment. Doesn't look like I can edit it from here. Okay, so I just opened the docs real quick to try and see. So we can include it in a toml file, and we can also set it secretly through this, which I imagine is the same thing. So environment modes that have sensitive thing that contains a packet can be set in a secret that can be viewed except when container is running. So we can use the secrets because there is a secret one here. If we go to the environment thing that I have for testing, well, actually, I don't set it here, and maybe I should. There's this secret internal, which is just, I guess we can look for all of the things that use this. This is one's provided, yeah, so there's this secret thing. And the default one is just PurrNet, so maybe it's a good idea to just set it to PurrNet here. But yeah, these are the ones we need to set up. So I imagine the most important one is the balancer thing to start with, so maybe that will work. I guess we need to set both of them. I'm not sure if I should set it through the console or through the environment. Let's do it for the toml file. This guy. So I assume you can just do something like this. And by X, yeah, there you go. I assume that's what it means. Also, these are 2 spaces. I'm just going to keep it consistent. Okay, so let's go ahead and do, so balancer URL. Hello. It's this guy. Yeah, it doesn't have a specific port. And then we have the host endpoint, which is me. Why does it? I don't know if I'm doing that right, but it'd be what it be. I mean, it looks like I don't have a slash here, so I'm going to keep it without a slash, just in case that matters. And then host domain, which, you know, I guess is just this. Do I need to set the host IP? I'm not sure if I need to set the host IP, because I don't think I'm set. Am I setting it here? Which ones am I setting? Secret. Yeah, I'm not setting the host IP. I think it's because the host IP is for Fly.io. I can detect it automatically. Maybe if you're doing it outside of Fly.io, you might have to set the IP. But it looks like, yeah, I'm just setting the domain. Oh yeah, there's also the region. This would be like the name that will show on Unity's end. So let's go ahead and set that one up. So we'll do my brings all the boys. And then, yeah, SSL. So we want to use SSL for this one. If we want to be able to use it. Can I set it to true? I guess I can. If we want to be able to use it, I guess it is set as a string there, so I might just set that as a string here too. To use it for WebGL builds unhosted, because if you put it on a secure website, you need to use SSL, and that's essentially what this means. I mean, we can set the secret. We can also do it for this, but I'll just leave it to the default PurrNet secret. Essentially, the secret was just to avoid others being able to register themselves. Only it's meant to be like an intent. This secret is only used between the balancer and the relays to communicate together. So that's what it is used for. So essentially, if I leave this as PurrNet, you can host your own relay and register it to this balancer. But since I'm probably gonna take this offline later, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I think that's about it. So I guess let's save this. There's also environment variables for this. There's not. It's just a secret. Okay, so the balancer just takes the secret in there. Okay, let's since we changed that, let's go ahead and deploy it again. I imagine this time might be a little faster if it caches the thing. Oh, I just realized the reason this is likely working without me having Docker is because of this remote only. I think and that's why it's waiting in the beginning here. It's likely waiting for a machine that can pick my build up, and I'm likely seeing what it is doing. Interesting. Boom. Okay, so now I wonder. Oh, there it is. Look at that. It got itself registered. Cool. Interesting. I mean, let's try this out in here. So let's put that in. Brings all the boys. Which region are we on here? Well, how do you see the region? Oh, yeah. So I'm gonna have a bit of a ping, but I guess that's fine. Doesn't matter. We can change the region as needed. Brings all the boys. Yeah, let's go ahead and test this. Yeah, I mean, look at that. I have 168 millisecond delay, but it seems to be working. Let's try with second player here. And while that is actually booting up, if we go to the logs, we should see things like room registered, connected for UDP. I guess let's try with this here. So I'm going to press play. Yeah, you can see requested, client connected UDP, and you can see both my clients are connected with 257 millisecond. The server is far away from me, but it's working. You can see them. You can see them, or them moving. You can do all the cool things. Perfect. Yeah, you can see the example as well with the moving platform we have here, which is pretty cool. Even with this amount of delay, it's doesn't look that bad, to be fair. It's a little weird when it switches from local to world position. You can see there's a little thing. That's fine. Ooh.